Good morning. Right now on 12 News Today, officials at Alderson-Brandeis University confirm a COVID-19 outbreak on campus and detail the steps being taken to control it. Also, the West Virginia State Senate passes an education reform bill, increasing the number of charter schools allowed in the state. Plus, we'll bring you results from Tuesday's municipal election in Elkins. All that and much more coming up next. 12 News Today starts right now.
This is WBOI. 12 News Today starts now.
And good morning again, everyone. Welcome back to hour number 2 of 12 News Today. I'm Justin McGlennon. Thanks for waking up with us this Wednesday, March the 3rd. It's 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead and send things over now to meteorologist Casey Herman. She's got a look at our forecast and another cold start, Casey.
Yeah, temperatures out there starting off in the 20s across the region as you head out the door this morning. But despite that cold start, it's going to be nice and warm by the afternoon. 23 right now in Clarksburg, 26 in Davis, and 20 right now in Elkins. Looking at our hour-by-hour forecast, much like yesterday, sunshine dominates across the region throughout the entire day with those southwest winds bringing in that warmer air. We're going to be seeing those highs today in the 50s, so above average highs for all of us today. 54 today in Clarksburg, 52 in Elkins. So get outside and enjoy it. We're going to be tracking what's happening the rest of the work week coming up later in the show in my full forecast. Justin, back to you.
We will see you then. We've been talking about it all morning long. The WVU Medicine Children's Mediathon is in full swing. Let's check in now with a familiar face, Marissa Sayre in Morgantown. Marissa, long time no see. What's going on over there?
Hey, good morning, Justin. Today is the day we work together to build a stronger tomorrow for the kids and families of our great state. WVU Medicine Children's is working all day long to raise critical funds for the new hospital. And joining us now is the chair of OBGYN, Dr. Leo Brancazio. Now, Dr. Brancazio, when the new hospital opens, it will feature a spa-like birthing center. What can families expect when they choose WVU Medicine?
The birthing center actually is unique in that, yes, it is going to be spa-like, so women can have the most enjoyable experience they can during their labor. As important is if things get complicated, we can immediately turn the facility into a very high-risk, state-of-the-art center to take care of the most critical patients. Lastly, the birthing center is going to be family-oriented. Bringing a new life into the world for a family is a big deal, and we want to make sure the families have the best experience they can.
Absolutely. Now, every donation today matters, no matter the size. How will that help your team and the hospital as a whole?
In West Virginia, we have a unique population in that we're Appalachian, and the needs of our patients are special. Donations allow us to build programs and facilities to help patients, not just here in Morgantown, but throughout the state. So it's very important that we're able to do this and people donate for the cause.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. And like we said earlier, every donation matters, no matter the size. Our mission is to make sure no child in our state is left untreated. For more information, head to onedayforkids.com or call the number on your screen. Our phone lines will be open till 6 p.m. tonight. And Justin, we'll check back in with you later in the show. We have an incredible miracle patient story that we can't wait to share with you. Reporting live in Morgantown for WVU Medicine Children's, I'm Marissa Sayre.
Wait to see it, Marissa. We'll check back with you in about a half hour. Let's get to some local headlines now. Tuesday, officials at Alderson-Brandeis University confirmed a COVID-19 outbreak on its campus. The university says recent testing revealed a significant spike in cases. Prior to February 15th, Alderson-Brandeis says it reported just 17 positive cases since classes began in January. Since that date, the university says 93 students and 1 employee have tested positive. According to a letter sent out to students and staff, 64 students are currently in isolation. Of that group, 15 are isolating at home, while the rest are in isolation on campus. Continuing coverage this morning as the number of active coronavirus cases in West Virginia continues its steady drop. The State Health Department reported 136 new cases on Tuesday. This now brings the total number of active cases to 6,692. About 300 fewer cases than the previous report. One additional COVID-related death was also reported Tuesday. A 58-year-old man from Hampshire County 2,301 deaths have been attributed to the virus. The latest numbers show that 93% of all cases are now classified as recoveries, with more than 123,100 cases in that category. Now here's a quick look at the latest county alert system map with 28 of 55 counties listed as green Tuesday. Green represents the lowest level of virus transmission, with more than half of all West Virginia counties with that designation. 11 counties in our coverage area are green this morning. Webster County has the highest rate of infection and continues to be listed as orange. West Virginia still continues without any red counties this morning. Tuesday marked the first day of Monongalia County's phased return to in-person learning. Pre-K through 5th grade students were supposed to return Monday, but local flooding prevented that from happening. Now elementary school children are back in class full-time. Middle schools start today as well. High school students will return to full-time in-person learning on Monday. Superintendent Eddie Campbell says it's a relief to see students return to the classroom thanks to the plan that the school board put into place.
We've recognized for several months now that we've got kids out there that are struggling academically, socially, emotionally, even physically for some of our students. We knew that getting them back into the classroom was where they belonged, and we've worked very hard to get to this point so that we can have a safe re-entry, and it's going to be truly exciting when Monday comes.
Campbell says all county schools will remain vigilant about COVID-19 protocols in an attempt to control the spread of the virus. To the latest on the state legislature now as an education reform bill makes its way through both the Senate and the House. The bill, which would increase the number of public charter schools in West Virginia from 3 every 3 years to 10, passed the Senate 19-14 Monday. It would also allow for online-only charter schools. The House passed the charter schools bill last week. It now returns to the House for them to consider voting on changes to the bill. We'll keep you updated with all the latest. And turning to your local election headquarters as the 2021 election results are in for the city of Elkins. Keep in mind these are partial results as the vote counting continues. We'll begin with the race for mayor. Jerry A. Marco declared the winner in that race. Residents also voted to increase the term of mayor from 2 to 4 years. Voters also elected positions of city council. Among those include Robert C. Chenoweth winning 1st Ward councilor position, followed by Charles F. Friddle III for the 2nd Ward councilor race. 3rd Ward councilor, that goes to Clint Higgins. 4th Ward councilor winner Nancy Bras Freganora. And lastly, David C. Parker elected as the 5th Ward councilor. Of course, election results are not final until after canvassing and certification. For complete results, check out our website, WBOY.com. Governor Jim Justice has agreed to live at the governor's mansion in Charleston, ending a long-running challenge over his residency. Last November, the state Supreme Court rejected arguments from Justice that the courts cannot force him to live in the state capital, allowing the case to continue. Justice has defended living in Lewisburg, even though the state constitution says the governor shall reside at the seat of government in Charleston. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at the top headlines making national news this morning. At least 13 people are killed in a crash in California. Of the latest on that accident coming up next, along with more national headlines. 6:08. Let's send things over to Casey.
We saw lots of sunshine yesterday, and we're in store for much of the same today, but with even warmer temperatures. I'll let you know how warm we'll get coming out after the break.
Thank you very much. This just into our newsroom. Emergency crews are currently on the scene of a working structure fire in Harrison County. According to the Harrison County 911 Comm Center, first responders were alerted of that fire just before 5 o'clock this morning on Ash Street in Anmore. Thank you. 6:31 this morning. This just into our newsroom. Emergency crews are currently on the scene of a single vehicle accident in Harrison County. According to the Harrison County 911, the first responders were alerted about that accident just before 6 o'clock this morning on West Veterans Memorial Highway. One person was trapped and has since been removed from the vehicle. The cause of the accident is unknown at this time. We're approaching 6:56. Before we get to local headlines, we want to check back in one last time with Dylan Godet. He's out live in Barber County with some updates on the flooding conditions there. Dylan, what you got for us?
Hey, Justin. Yes, I'm here in Philippi along the Tigris Valley River.
Casey, thank you very much. We're going to send things back out to Morgantown, where the WVU Medicine Children's Mediathon continues this morning. Marissa Sayer is up there in Morgantown. Marissa, how are things going over there right now?
Thanks, Justin. Things couldn't be going better. Since we've kicked off this event, we have received 132 gifts so far. And as we continue to raise these critical funds that will help families and patients right here in West Virginia, we want to introduce you to miracle patient Larkin Coker. Larmy Sanian has her powerful story.
We're going to send it over to Dylan Godet now, and we're going to see what things are looking like in Buchanan. Dylan.
Thanks, Casey. It has been a wild night here in Buchanan. I was in Fairmont and Morgantown last night, and that's where we originally saw the snow. But Buchanan was an area that was dealing with rain for the majority of your overnight.
Thank you so much. We'll get back to the local headlines in just a moment, but we're talking about the big event on Sunday that'll be taking place on Raymond James Stadium's field. There will be an entirely different show going on behind the scenes as security officials are preparing for a daunting Super Bowl with a range of unprecedented potential threats. Kevin E. Martin joins us live from Tampa with more on what the security plan looks like for the big game. Good morning there, Kevin E.
Well, good morning, Justin. The Super Bowl is the biggest sporting spectacle in the U.S. every single year, and because of its national significance, it is classified as a Tier 1 event, which is the highest level of security just underneath the presidential inauguration.